like me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog. You with us or not? We can get it on when it's on. It don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy. You on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like Perry Poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet. That's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup. I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. You PK bad man, I blend to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one west practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
You good? Shalom, Israel. Captain Akkad playing holy ground, man. We just bumping it over here at Lashawan Qadash class. We getting ready to party, but then I found out that we had to do Lashawan Qadash. And we're gonna still roll this party. We're gonna talk about 18 nations though. How about Shem Hawashai, Brakatah, all my brothers, how Shemalatah about Shem Hawashai, to all my sisters. We're the ICBK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General Yohana, start off 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. The greatest nation that ever walked this earth, greatest people that ever walked this earth. We're the salt of the earth. We're the first, man. We're the people that the Most High chose. Am I right? Give me that guy. Give me what's that? What's that? Deuteronomy 7:6. Yeah, give me that. And then, of course, we're gonna teach Hebrew class, man. The ancient Hebrew language class, the Syrian Hebrew, and it starts off on this chart. You got to understand that a lot of people they call and they say, man, hey Kazak, man, hey, how you start up class and how you learn Hebrew? Well, you first start by learning this chart here. You have to put it to mind. You have to do it all day long, every day, and every time you get a chance to memorize this chart. That's what I did. And after a while, it becomes second nature. Then when you get a chance, do it all over again. Had a trooper call me in early today, talking about the Hebrew. He's keeping on track, man. We're catching up, and we're staying in touch with learning our Hebrew, because that's how we learn our language. That's how we learn who we are in the Bible. I mean, you got to understand, to follow all these precepts, it will help you and it behoove you to understand how the Hebrew is. Hebrew reads from right to left. Abagada hawazaka tayakala manasa. And that's what we're doing. Aipataza parashata. In Hebrew, from right to left, always from right to left. There are no vowels. If you find yourself with vowels in Hebrew, then you must be talking Yiddish. And that's where you get that shalom mess up, man. We don't teach shalom. The word is shalom, S-H-A-L-A-M. Of course, I start off the class by doing that because we have people that misconstrue that with these other people out there. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite camp. All of these camps that wear that, what's that lad color? What's that purple? What they call it? Something lad. Oh yeah, purple lad. Purple lads. Yeah. We ain't into that, man. We don't do. You know, we go from what ISBK has taught us since 1969. And since I've been in school, we're going to carry on that tradition under command of Jody Yohana. So help me. That's what we're going to do. If you ain't with that, move the hell on. I'm sorry, Slock didn't mean that. If you understand that, right? I get missed that word. Say hell because, you know, hell boy, like the God said, hey, man, but you understand, right? So what we on, man? What we got? What we got? Deuteronomy 7:6. Yeah, Deuteronomy 7:6. Read that for me loud and clear, Baba Kushah. About our people. We're going to talk about our people, man, so we'll know who this Hebrew is for. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 7:6.
Right.
For thou art the holy people.
Thou art a holy people. Keep reading.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
See, the Most High gave he gave us to be a special people unto who?
Unto himself.
Unto himself. So the Most High is saying that's who you call God. We call him Yahweh. Right. He is choosing blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians to be a special chosen people unto himself. Any more on that? Read that.
Above all people,
right,
that are from the face of the earth.
Above all people, above all the East Indians, above all of the Moabites, above all the Ammonites, above all these other ites, these Ashkenazis and Amalek people, man. All of these fake, false nations that we find in the Bible, we're above all of them. That's what the Bible. Didn't you just get through reading that? Read that again. Read that again for me. Read.
For thou art the holy people.
Right.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Not anybody. It ain't any since you're blind. Right? If you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we're of the ones. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
That's right.
Above all people.
Above all people.
That are from the face
of earth. That's what we're talking about. Above all people, we're going to talk about these 18 nations, right? There are 18 nations out here what the Bible speaks of, and we're going to go over that, let you know. We're going to show you who those nations are. We're going to show you who God's people are. We're going to show you the difference. You need to know, if you're going to separate from somebody, you're going to understand it, you need to know the nations that you're involved with, right? Right. I mean, above all, that's what you just read in Deuteronomy 7:6. So let's get cranky, man. Let's get started. Okay. You know, the Holy Ground sung by Captain Cod just got us started off. We might as well keep on getting into it, right? Let's clap it up for class, man. Got Officer Kazamar over here on our duty station over here, putting in his bricks. I'm Officer Kazak Shapar out of Greenville, South Carolina. We're going to teach Lashawan Qadash class, the Holy Nations. I'm sorry, not Holy Nations. The 18 nations. And we're going to show you who the Holy Nation is, and that's Israel. We just got through reading Deuteronomy 7:6. The only holy nation that you're going to ever see is God's people, like Deuteronomy 7:6. The chosen people, and that's the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Gosh, can't see. There you go. That's gotcha. So let's get up here. Let's do this, man. Let's put something down on the board over here. Hebrew, and first of all, when you understand the Hebrew, the Holy Tongue, it has 22 characters, man. Let's put that down at least. 22, right? And then it's got 27 over here in the ancient. I mean, in the Syrian. All right. And the ancient, there we go. Of course, we're going to talk about the, let's put it over here. These are the amount of characters that there are in Hebrew. Why do I emphasize that? Because the characters is the only way you're going to understand Hebrew. That's the only way. That's the only way you're going to understand it. 18 nations, right? That's the 12 tribes of Israel. The nation of Israel makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. But the 18 nations going to represent a whole lot of other nations that we're going to show you about that don't fit into God's plan. We're going to show you. We're going to show you to them. So let's break this down for a second here, real quick. Let's break down. How do you say 18 in Hebrew? You remember that, Kazimar? So if we're saying 18, what are we going to do? We're going to say what? Let's break this down. Asherah, first of all, right? Good. So we say Asherah, right? That's spelled right? No, it ain't. It's Asherah. I'm always messed up that I and that A. I got scolded for that last week. Let's get this straight. Shah. There we go. That looks better. And then we're going, that's 10. So we got 10. Now we need an 8 plus 8. How you say 8? Shamawana. So let's put it down here. Who's second in?
We got Sister United.
Who?
United.
What's your brother? Okay. Should it say? Who that? You know somebody like that? You think you do? All right. Sound like somebody you know, right? We can handle that. Shamawana is 8. Plus 10 is I, Shah, Ra. So if you add 10 plus 8, you're going to get 18. Right? All right, let's continue on. What about, we got to write the word nation, right? Let's write that. How do you write that, bro? You remember? Shamon Asherah. Gawayan, right? And so when you want to say the, so we're going to say the. First of all, I forgot. The is ha. That's a preposition. Write this down in your notes. Ha Shamwana Asherah. They want to say ga wa yan. Isn't that right? Right. That's the holy nations. That's what that is. Matter of fact, let's put a let's pluralize it. We got to put a yan on there. Gawayan. Gawayan. When you say Gawayan, that S that you're looking at right here, let's make sure we get some stuff on the board here. Can they see this real good? Yeah, they can see that. This makes it plural. Right there. That plural. This Gawayan. Can they see that pretty good? Yeah, they can see that. That word, that last ending, Gawaya, Gawaya is nation, but when you put Gawayan, you're saying plural, the nations, right? Who else we got looking? Who we got going on here?
We got Sister Crystal checking in.
Sister Crystal?
Yeah, the real officer, I'm the one.
Clap it up for that, right? And this is what you want to say, sis. Hey, listen, since they going there, before we do that, let's do this. Sister Amawad's real planner, Amawad, I went to Hebrew Academy with Amawad, man. All right. My brother, man. They went through with Aisha, Shar, Anawan, Sister Crystal. Who else you have?
Yeah. Nadia.
Who?
Nadia.
Okay, I got you. You keep reiterating that, right? And of course, okay, the 18 nations. And so, what you want to say, sis? Let me put it on. Let me put the greeting on the board for the sisters. Okay. Let me just go ahead and do that, right? So before I get started with 18 nations, okay? You want to say the Hebrew greeting that the women should be saying. This will help you say Yahweh. That means that is actually when you that's the Most High, right? Sisters, write this down. That's the Most High, or you call him God, but it's really the Most High. His name is Yahweh, the tetragrammaton YHWH. The tetragrammaton YHWH, Yahweh, Most High. Yahweh, Bahashem. Bahasham. Okay, that means in the name of, right? In, that's Ba, the, Ha, name. In the name, you can say of course, because that's implied. So let's do that. So far, what your sisters would be saying, oh, Jesus, that ain't right. It's Yahweh Shamar. I'm trying to do the brother. All right. Let's try it again. Yahweh Shamar. How about that? Yahweh Shamar. Shamar would mean to watch. Right? I'll watch over. Atha. That means you. Yahweh Shamar al-Atha. Now you want to say Bahasham. Bahasham. Let's find out. In Hebrew, you have what you call in your school that you learned earlier, I guess, when you were going to school, you learn prepositions. They help modify noun. Okay, so you want to have ba, that means in. That's a preposition. You'll have ha, that means the. And then, of course, you have sham, you have name. Okay? So far you have, this is for the sisters only. They with me there? Yeah. and I'm just trying to go a crash course before I get to the 18 nations. I got to do this real quick because I see we have some new people in class, right? All right. The sisters, what you want to do, and we'll have a Cosmar come up here and help me illustrate it in a second. Yahweh, Shamar, Alatha, Bahashim, that we want to call Christ, Yahweh Shah. Can they see that? Let's see. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is Christ, or he is our Savior, right? And that's who you would call Christ or the Mashiach. We'll put Christ up there for right now. Do they got it? Yeah. Okay. So this is what you want to say, sis, when you're greeting. You always want to say this. The man would say to you, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. That means he's saying to another man, another brother, Lord bless you. Okay? In the name of Christ, your Savior, Hamashiach. But the women would say for the men, this is what you're doing. You're blessing the men, or your husband, or your person you're courting. Yahweh, Shamar Alatha Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That means the Most High watch over you. Why? Because we go into battle. We go out there on the street, we battle. We're not like all these other fake camps in here where I don't know what they do. Right? Am I right, Cosmar? They don't even come out there right at all. But this is what you want to do. So come on up here, man. Come on up here, Cosmar. Introduce you to Cosmar, Officer the sisters, when I would say, I mean, you know, if I would say, how about Shemi, how Shai Brakatha, a sister would do what? They put their hands together. They would say, Yahweh Shamar Alatha Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? So that's what you want to do. That's what we want to say. So we want to say, Yahweh Ba, go ahead. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatha. And of course, you want to say to all the men, you want to say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, go ahead. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Okay, thumb is plural, T-H-A-M. So the sisters would be saying, Yahweh Shamar Alatha. They always have the hands folded together like that. Different from the men because you are different from the men. So Yahweh Shamar Alatha Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? They got that? Right. Clap it up for them, right? That's what we want you to do. Now, sisters, if you understand that, put Khan. K-A-N means yes. K-A-N means yes. Khan, sir. Always address an officer or a man as yes, sir. You know, don't call him by his name like that. It's not sort of like a disrespect. Ooh. So Khan, write Khan for me. Write what it means. Yeah, go ahead. We just real fast. We're brushing over this as quick as we can because I got to get to the 18 nations. I just saw some people in the chat. I have to get that. Khan equals what? Yes, right? Okay. Now, how do you say no? Right to the side of that. Right? Okay, clap it up for that brother right there. Kazama, Officer Kazama, right? So when you work, like I say, we saying Yahweh Shamar Alatha Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's what the sisters want to say. And of course, for the men, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatha. But this is what I want your sisters to copy down so you'll have it in your notes so you won't have any a misunderstanding about it. And then you want to say Khan, right? You want to say Khan. You want to say yes. That's like saying yes, but in the way you want to say Khan, sir, or Khan Adawan, or and then no would be La'ah. If you don't understand or you don't disagree, to say no. So make sure we got that right over there, Cosmore. See if I have any questions over there before I erase this off the board. The water, Marble shop. Huh? What's that? What are you saying? Who said? Everybody? The sisters understand? Any questions over there? All right. So we give them about 15 more seconds to write this down. Make sure you got this in your notes. Always come to Hebrew class with a piece of paper and a pencil so you can write down pertinent information. That makes sense? Right. Once again, you want to fold your hands together like that. Can't see, Cobbs. Always leave the screen open so I can see. Right here, just like that. And then you want to have Yahweh Shamar Alatha Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's what you want to do. Khan means yes, no means la'ah. All right? Now, we good enough to erase that? Right, yeah. Just making sure. So they'll understand. They have to understand what you're saying. Right? Okay. Always address that. Ready? We good? All right. I just want to run through that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I see new people, they got to know what is they talking about. But now they got some information. Now they know how you have a Hebrew greeting for the women, right? And for the men. Are they the men in class? Huh? Well, we said that for the men. If I have men, then I go back and do their greeting. That's kind of like how I handle it. But the men would like to reiterate. The men would say Yahweh Bahashem. That's Lord in the name of Bahasham. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. The name of Christ, right? Mashiach, Savior. Yahweh Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. Barak means to bless, right? Look. Barak, Atah, that means bless you. You're blessing another brother. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Atah, or Barak Atam, bless a lot of brothers. Let's get back on 18 nations. Are we good here now? All right, let's find out. Let's get here. Let's find out what some of these nations gonna do for us right here, right? What? We're gonna write a few of them out on the board here. Remember, everything I got written on the board. You got any questions, just let me know. Right now, so I say Hebrew has 27 characters in the Hebrew for the ancient and for the Assyrian, and 22 characters for the ancient. Now let's get into our focal of the class. That makes sense? All right. The First Nation. So we say for Hebrew, Hashamawana, Ashara, Gawayan. Right? Yeah, I wrote that. Yeah, that's right. And I'm not going to sit here and write all of the Hebrew for that. I may write one or two words for that. The first nation we're going to come to is India. India, right? Let's write that. Right? India. Okay. Let me get some headings up here. Gazamar. Excuse me. This is what the 18 nations are today. Can they see this? 18 nations today? Okay, then we're going to give them biblical name, right? Biblical name. I think they've got enough room there. Then we're going to give their the Bible name. Then we're going to go, yeah. We're going to give their Hebrew name, what you would find it in the Bible. India would be, let me give you an example, Elam. Right? And then we're going to give you, how would you spell that in Hebrew? That makes sense?
Right.
So let's do that. So let's find out. Let's see, this is how you spell it in Hebrew. And that would be I, Yah, Lam. Okay? And then you have, of course, I, Yah, and of course you have Lam. Now let's explain this. Yeah, there we go. You got that right. So when we see in the Bible, everybody understand so far? When you see, and of course, this will help me explain a little bit about how you address Hebrew and how it's spelled. And yeah, put that up. Yeah, you may want to straighten this out too. But anyway, let's get to what we call how to spell it properly. Let's get to what we call connectors. There we go. Okay. This is the Hebrew in English. Of course, you have to have a way of writing the Hebrew in English. I hate to put that up there, but this is actually the spelling in Hebrew. Does that make sense? Right. Can they see this? The green, okay? How do I need red?
Instead
Huh?
I would think red would be better.
Red, let's
You
do,
can see it. You can see it.
you can see it red, let's do some red up there. Okay? Now, if you guys have any questions, or take your notes and be writing down things, because you should be learning. If you're at a level of understanding and beginning, that's why I wrote down the Hebrew reading for the women, so you'll understand. But let's at least understand. They see this better? You see that better up there?
Yeah, that's way better.
Way. All right, let's put Hebrew here. And I'm just going to put characters. There we go. How about that? Okay, so what you got here is what? India. Where is India, man? A lot of people saying, man, is that the Indians that we use, the American Indian? No. Is that the Indians that's use the tribe of Gad? No. So what are these people? Who is Iwalam? Who are these Indians, Kazimar? Go ahead.
The East Indians.
East Indians, right? And what are they known for? The little dot in the middle of the head. they have a little dot in the middle of their head, like that. And they have, of course, it signifies a whole lot of things, but we don't get into all of that right now. But it's that they wear that dot for some represent one of their gods, right? I think it's that Shiva god or something like that. But when you see a woman do that, sometimes a man do it, whatever. But that's what they worship. But not that image. These nations are not part of the children of Israel. That's what you need to understand, right? All these nations up here are not us. But just in case you wanted to know who they are, that's what we're writing. And in the Bible, you'll see this word, Elam, or you'll see Ayalam, or you'll see it look like this. Now you say, Kazakshipar, man, what's this right here? Looks like an O, but that O, if you look at the chart, let's explain this a little better. Hey, come here, Kaz. You want to explain this a little better for point? Show them how that's spelled up there. Go ahead.
Right, you got the word Ayalam, right?
Ayalam, yeah.
This word, this character, this Hebrew character right here is I. Of course, it's set like an O, but it's I.
Right.
In the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? And then right here, that's what you have right here. So you got I right there.
That's right.
You got this Hebrew character right here is Yah. Right? So the I and they got Yah. So Yah right here will be this Hebrew character right here, Yah. Right. So right here you got La. Shaped like an L. Right? So you got La right here.
And everything you're looking up there is some sort of Hebrew character, right?
Right.
So those symbols that he's pointing to up there are actually the characters. That's what represents these sounds. That's what you got to understand. Go ahead.
Right. And then right here you got the Hebrew character Ma. Right. So here Ma is right here, right after Ma.
And so if you look down below it, you'll see M-A. Right. Put your top back on there so you can dry that out. But you'll see M-A, right? Now explain these, what these connectors are. Go ahead.
So these connectors right here,
Right.
these connectors help the word be sounded out. Right? That's what these connectors do. So these right here are the ones that look like frowny face. These are
Upside down, you frowny face, right? Go ahead.
You got these are the independent connectors.
Right.
Because it sounds out that Hebrew character on its own. So you got I, and then you got Yah. I and Yah by itself.
Well, if you're gonna say it sound out on its own, then you don't want to say Yah, just stick with I.
Right.
Here.
Yeah, I.
Look at that. No, just that's a pointer is all it is. Go ahead. I.
Right? And then over here, you got the U shape.
What about Yah?
Yeah. This is an interconnected also.
Mm-hmm. So sound it out. It says I, Yah,
Yeah.
and then go ahead and put it right above it. Put the I above it. Yeah. Yeah, put the I, put right above it what it is so they'll understand. Put an I there. Okay, yeah, they know. There you go. That is an I sound. Go ahead. Here you go. Yeah, you do it. Then sit back. Go ahead. Then stand to the side. Go ahead. Yeah. Yah. Gotta use capitals so they can see it. Uh-huh.
I. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right here. You have this like dependent connectors because they depend both characters that depend on each other to make one sound.
And what are those sounds? Put it right above it what they are. The L first, the La, that the L just happened to look like an L that happened to make the sound La.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Explain the connectors again. Go ahead.
And so it's like the dependent connectors
Mm-hmm.
make the word
Mm-hmm.
long.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the word long. Like they'll be together. So you got I, yeah, you got long.
Why do you need to put this upside down? I mean, this U looking thing there. What does it do again?
It brings it together.
Bring what together?
Both characters.
And those characters of La and Ma, right?
Right.
And that's this right here. Lam.
Right.
Right? I by itself, point to that one over there. I, which is on the chart. Okay, and Yah. Where's Yah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you put the word, yeah, there you go. And we're doing the ancient Hebrew, by the way. The Syrian would write. As a matter of fact, just for the sake of effort, I don't know if we had any questions over there real quick. Let's see what we got over there. What you got?
We got Sister Nadia, she said, so when you're writing the Hebrew characters, you put them under like a connector. Yeah.
Say it again.
So she's asking, do you put the connectors under the character?
Under the characters. That's exactly right. Clap up for that sister right there. Yeah. In the ancient Hebrew only.
Yeah,
The
right.
Syrian Hebrew, you do not do that. We'll teach you that in a second here. But the ancient Hebrew, you always put the connectors, because the connectors help you spell, it helps you give the understanding of how it sounds. It gives you how you want this word to sound. Like if I want to say I alam, what if I had I y'all am, I y'all That the only way I can know that how it spells and how it sounds is with these connectors up here. Right? So clap it up for that sister. Exactly right. You want to put it up there. Now I want you to do the same word in Hebrew characters in India, Elam. In the Bible, Ayalam is what you'll see. You'll see this in the Bible. Right. You'll see it in our what we're going to read in the morning. So be sure to tune in to the Sabbath services classes, because the Hebrew class and the Sabbath services go hand in hand. Right. They go right hand in hand. That's how you know. I want you to write that same thing, same word, Ayalam, which is Ayalam or Elam or India. Those East Indian people over there near Pakistan that have hair come out of their drains and all that, try to sell it to us like wholesale. Write that in Assyrian, and we'll explain to you what Assyrian is, because it is Hebrew. It is Hebrew, but you got to understand what it is. Just put it down a little bit further so you have room. Yeah, right there. Of course, we're going to erase it out of the way anyway. Is that an I? I don't think so. I think you were over on the Sa. I didn't say this is a new one. I don't understand here. Wait a minute. Don't get nervous on me now. Come on now. We're like a squiggly wild, right? Yeah. You and I are. There you go. I. Go ahead. Ya.
I.
Like a little bird. Like that little bird. Lam.
Yeah. Lam.
Mm-hmm. The lam is like a handicap thing, doesn't it? And I'm telling you, I'm giving you the answer. Go ahead. You're a little nervous right now. I know. There you go. I can buy that. And give me a ma. Now here. Now. Matter of fact, put the regular ma there, and then put the spell the ma from the chart, and then we'll show you how it should be. Yeah, put it there. And we'll show you the correct one. And we'll show you why. All right. Now, that's the word ayalum, but the problem is, right? Okay. The problem is there are 5. The reason why Hebrew characters in the ancient have 27 characters, because there are 5 of those characters at the end of their word, of words that end with these characters. You would place them at the end of the word. This word ayalum. In this case, it will look like, instead of that, it will look more like this. Right? Like that. That M is what would take the place of this right here. That character that he's pointing to right there. That M. Not this one. So this is really not good. Right. Now, normally you would put that M somewhere else, but you wouldn't put it in this case. Why? Because it occurs at the end. There are ending characters. So put this in your notes. There are 7 ending characters. 5 ending characters. And those characters, matter of fact, we'll go ahead and erase this right here. And put the correct characters up there. I want you to write those correct characters in red for me. Put this right here. That's ma. That's la. That's ya. That's I. Same words, same thing. Now I want you to write the characters. You can write them in that right there. Yeah. Write it right underneath there. Well, we're going to erase that, of course, but illustrations for, you said Genovia and some other sisters in there. Okay, go ahead. No, I just want you to start from right to left, write their order. Always write things in order. The first one is a ka. Mm-hmm. No, write the ka just like you see it. Write the ending character ka. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Not too, ain't that long now. It is kind of long, but it ain't. Okay, go ahead. Finish up. We'll let you get away from it. Go ahead. Ka. Okay, go ahead. What's the next one? Ma. We're writing them in order. And again, we want you guys to write it down too when we get finished with it here. Ma. Okay. No. Write it in ending. Write it in Assyrian ending characters. There you go. Right above la. Go ahead. Finish writing them. So go ahead. Write a na. Now, here, always, we got to remember you got people looking here. So, what you want to do, you want to make things look like that chart, right? Sort of like that, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You want to make our people online see it exactly how it is. That's the pod. Something like that. Yeah, let's see. Let me correct it just a little bit, right? Sort of like a little ball there. Sort of like that. And then we have what? Huzzah? Yeah. I'm a stickler for how they look because it makes an indelible thought in your mind once you do things. Now, right above what they are, or right below it, it doesn't matter. Right below it, matter of fact, what they are, those characters are. That's a huzzah. It's just for illustrations only. That's why I'm just writing it down, and we'll erase this out of the way to finish on our chart here in a second here. Pa. Too long. Go ahead. So na. Ma. What else? Ka. One more correct. And a ka. Exactly. Okay. All right. Let's clap it up here. Make sure. Let's clap it up for the brother right here. Takes a lot of courage to come here and the only way you're gonna get the experience here. So answer the questions there. See what you got.
What's the easiest way to learn how to write the characters and to remember what they mean?
Okay, I'll tell you. What's the easiest way? Who's that? Sister Genovia? Denivia. The way you have to write the answer to that is to have somebody will send you this chart. Okay, right?
Right.
And once you get that chart, study that chart. Get a piece of paper and write that chart down over and over and over again. We require every officer in ISUBK to know this chart. So learn it, read it. Is that right, Officer Shaw?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We teach that you have to know this chart. So I know the chart. The only reason why I know this chart is because I got it. The only reason why we know this chart is because we've been studying this chart since we wound up coming into this truth. And if you're a serious student about Hebrew, you have to go over and learn the 22 characters up top, point to it, ancient Hebrew. Point to it, ancient Hebrew. And then point to the Syrian Hebrew. You got to learn those 27 of them and point to the ending characters down there. And that's why you're in class right now. We give you an illustration. We don't expect you to know all this every day, the first day, but we're showing you the expectations of what you'll get after a month or two. You get in class, and it depends on how fast you learn. And then we always go at people's pace because I'm taking the time to go off the 18 nations to go over this so you'll understand how you read Hebrew, how that is, how the Syrian is. This is the Syrian here, and this row here is the ancient.
Right.
Okay? That makes sense? But I'm glad that you're interested. So let's clap it up for the sister, right? Right. Okay. So go ahead and erase that. Well, we'll give you about 15 more seconds to make sure you write these down, but you're going to have to acquire a chart. And that's not hard to do. I don't know if you can get it online, but if you text the class and the ISUBK South Carolina chat right where you are, we'll make sure you get that, okay? We'll figure that out. One Cosmar, we have our liaison Cosmar, we'll make sure to give it for you, right? That's what we're doing here, Cos. Erase that for me, bro. Just this part. Not this down here. Yeah, there you go. Because we're going to use that. And we're going to go on to the next line here. So I just want to take your time, and then once you understand that, yeah, there you go. Appreciate that. All right, that's good. But once you understand that, then you'll understand how things are written here. Then we have another one called Assyria. Right. Assyria. Oh, Syria. Let's do Assyria. 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 That's one of those nations. Ashur. That's Ashur. You see that in the Bible? The biblical name is what is it? Shur. I think it's A-H. I'm not mistaken here. A-S-S. Sloppy. A-S-S-S-U-R. Ashur. Okay. And then we'll write down the Hebrew, when you write it in English, how it's written. It's Ashur. Ashur. War. There we go. Of course, the biblical name, when you see this Ashur, but it will look like it will be pronounced Ashur. As a matter of fact, instead of me putting the English name down, I'm just writing it down in English so you can understand, but this is how you actually pronounce it in Hebrew. That makes sense? Right. This is how you really pronounce the Hebrew. This is how you pronounce it. Let me put that down a little bit better. It's a pronunciation in Hebrew. Pronounce Hebrew. There you go. That makes better sense. Right. Because I don't want to put English. I don't want to give the English up there. Right. But anyway, so far, so good, right? All right. How do we say that? I want you to try. Can you transliterate that word? Just write it down. How do you translate that? Okay, this is very important because we have people watching, right? Right. How would you transliterate this word? You will look at how you pronounce it. Well, how do you pronounce it? You would look at this and sound it out, Ashur, right. And then do exactly the Hebrew characters that say Ashur. Right. So really, technically, if that's the case, you'll say Ashur Wa plus the R. Right. That makes sense? Right. So go ahead. Knock yourself out. Move those connectors out of the way a little bit so you can get close to it. Just kind of make them smaller or something. Here you go. Yeah. You can put them up there, but make them a little smaller. Yeah, so they won't get in my way and your way. There you go. There you go. All right, good job, Sophie. Go ahead. All right. Now you want to sound, and it's just that easy. So what he's going to do after I wrote Assyria, Ashur, he said, well, how does that sound in the Bible? Well, you pronounce it Ashur. Well, now all you got to do is look at the Hebrew chart, right? And say point to the AH, right? That sound has an AH. So that's what you use. You find that on that chart, what represents AH. It's really that simple, not that hard. Then you have Shah. What represents Shah? And of course, we're still doing ancient Hebrew. We're not doing the Assyrian Hebrew right now. I just did the Syrian for illustration purposes only. What about Wa? There you go. And then Ra. And we'll put the connections to show you how you did that. Go ahead. Talk to me. Read that. Give me the Hebrew characters that make up that sound. Right. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. . Mm-hmm. All right, too big. Just make sure. Oh, here. As a matter of fact, here, let me see this. Let's give you a line to write from. There you go. I want you to finish that on out over there. Give you a line so you won't overstep your boundaries there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. All right, go ahead. Asha. All right, finish. Mm-hmm. Wa. There you go. Isn't that something? All right, put your characters under there. Here, use red in this case so you can see better. Go ahead. And you can erase that line out of the way a little bit. Yeah, here, just kind of, all I'm trying to do is just have a, yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't make it twos. Give yourself room for the next line is all I'm trying to say. There you go. Okay, that's perfect. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, just like you said over here. How does it sound? You do it just like it. I remember I had a class on this, I don't know, last year and early this year. Had people making them all kind of ways. But then when they learn, the key is to write in Hebrew. Once you see how it sounds, then you write it the same way it sounds. Ashawar. Ashawar. You'll see here in a second here. Now, what do I got to do? Yeah, so you have to make that a what? A dependent connector. Why?
Because it makes one sound.
There you go. Clap it up for that brother right there. Clap it up for that officer. 1,000 more. You got to make one sound. War. Ashawar. Plus, if you didn't have, you have Ashawara. What do you have? Give me a comment there. What is it? People say.
She said, so do you write left to right or right to left when you're writing the character out?
Explain it.
So, yeah.
Answer her question. She's got, that's a very legitimate question. Answer that.
Right. So in the Hebrew, what you do in a Syrian or ancient, you
always
right. You always write left to right. Like right to left.
Start that over again. You just confused me. Go ahead.
Whenever you write the Hebrew, the characters out, whether it's a Syrian or ancient, you always write from right to left.
From what?
Right to left.
From what?
Right to left.
From right to left. So the answer is you want to always write right to left. It's just the bass backwards. I like to use that illustration.
Okay.
It's the bass backwards of English.
Right.
Instead of left to right, it's right to left. We're the one who came up right there.
Right.
There was once upon a time on the face of the earth that the whole earth spoke one language.
Right.
Hebrew. Find that text for me, would you? Find that text for me in Hebrew. Yeah, just find that for me. Find that if you could for me, Baba Kushah. Well, the whole earth spoke one language, and then the Tower of Babel. You know, the Mosai did that to keep us from joining everybody together. He had the whole language. He broke that language up and said, no, man. And that's what these nations now, and that's why they're speaking English. English, Indian, Syrian, different nations, man. Right. They speak in different languages because of the Tower of Babel. But before that, everybody was speaking Hebrew, and Hebrew was written right to left. Right. If you look at the tablets, man, these old tablets, you'll find. You got that for me? Where's that at? Numbers, I believe. Genesis. Yeah. All right, come on, read it out loud and clear, Bob Bashar.
Genesis 11 and 1.
Genesis 11 and 1. Go ahead.
And the earth was of one language.
Of what?
Of one language.
Of one language. That language was what? Hebrew.
Right. Okay,
go ahead. The earth was on Genesis. Tell them where you find that.
Genesis 11 and 1.
Genesis 11 and 1. Finish reading for me, Bible Kushah.
And the whole earth was of one language.
Right.
And of one speech.
One speech, man. and that was Hebrew.
Right.
Go ahead. That's what Adam had been when he was pulled from the dust. That's what Adam was given.
Right.
Go ahead.
Let's say so. Therefore.
That's it. Well, read that again for me, Bible God. That's all I needed.
Okay. And the earth, then the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
One speech. From right to left, we wrote Hebrew.
Right.
And we said, and the Lord did that at the time. You know, that's before the Tower of Babel, but at one time, the whole language, all languages was one speech.
Right.
Now, the Bible said that. Where's that found again?
Genesis 11:1.
Genesis 11:1. So anybody who say anything to you differently, lying to you. Genesis 11:1, the Lord Most High, Yahweh, said the whole language was one speech. Right? And that's Hebrew. So Hebrew, sister, was always written from right to left.
Right.
That's why. We got the artifacts on history. The earth uncovered itself, and we got the history behind it. You tune in for Sabbath services in the morning. We're going to go over some of that, man. And we're going to show you. We're going to go over some more things, too. I'm going to go. We got some more people in class right there. See what we got.
Yeah, sister, Kapah Banah, taking in from Austin, Texas.
Kapah Banah, yeah. Clap it up, Sister Kapah, because we've had her in class before, right? Not a lot of sisters today. Where our brothers at? What we got there? Yeah, we got a few people, man. But, whatever. The sisters check in. They doing their thing. Sister Carabine, I know she sometimes check in. Sister, who else? A few other sisters. I can't think of all of them. Sister Ra, Sister Abaya. We got sisters all over, man, that check in. We got brothers that check in. We got but I'm pretty sure people are doing things, but I'm glad. But this is the whole point. But that's that word right there. Yeah. Let me put a line right here. Finish that out. Let's see. There we go. All right. So we get this. Y'all understand? I don't have to write that in Assyrian. I mean, I can, but I'm trying to get to the next one here. So anyway, Assyria, as a matter of fact, the Syrian Hebrew, these are the people that had us in captivity when that spoke. Assyrian, after the Tower of Babel, before the earth was one language, these Assyrians had us in captivity. That was back in the Daniel's days, and you find in the book of Daniel and all that. These people, what's that? Nebuchadnezzar, all these people like that. No, those were Persians. I'm sorry. But some of them, Iraqis and Iranian people, they're all over the earth. They're similar. I used to have a chart where these nations are exactly situated, and I'm going to do that in one of these classes. But right now, we're just telling you there are 18 nations and what they're called today. That makes sense. That makes sense. And what they're called today. So okay. All right. So our next one that we're going to bring up here. Let's see. What's the next one here we got? Next one we got is a place called Syria. As a matter of fact, yeah, we can go to Syria. But I want to make sure I get to Esau. As a matter of fact, I may skip to him right now. But we'll go to let's go to this one first. Syria, right? I want to make sure I can do Esau. Because I've never finished these all the way through class, never. I don't think I've done it. Maybe I might have done it one class. But most classes you'll do some of them, you'd have to do the rest another time. Aram. Matter of fact, I'll meet some Assyrians. Syria is right above Jerusalem over there now. It's like to the, if you look, I think it's the northeast. You'll see a place called Syria. And those Syrians, man, they attacked us all the time. We had our little nation over there in the Gaza Strip right in that area, and if Syria was to the northeast, we always had a problem with them too, right?
Right.
Aram. Right?
Right.
Okay. All right, I want you to write this one out for me, guys. Aram. Just be careful enough that you gotta squeeze it in there. Yeah. That's why I say you have to move that other stuff up a little bit. Matter of fact, go ahead and move that up a little bit. Those red connectors there. There you go. Yeah, let's move that up. Move it up. Move it up as needed. There you go. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now all you're doing now is you're pronouncing it. Pronounce this Hebrew right here. What?
Wrong.
Okay. So what are we going to look for? What do we expect to look for? We're looking for then we're looking for a ra, then we're looking for a ma, right?
Right.
There we go. Just like it's spelled, aram. Go ahead. So that's what you're going to be expected to do when you have your Hebrew chart. It's just like if you go to school and your teacher get out their book when you're in the first, second grade, the first thing they did in kindergarten, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, right? W, X. Now I'll learn my ABCs. Well, here, instead of saying A, B, C, D, the characters, that's called the alphabet. Well, over here, we call them the Hebrew characters. Right. And those characters will sound out Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zaka, Taya, Kala, Mana, Sa, Ipataza, Kwara, Shata. Now, I'm doing that only from memory because I've done it so many times. Every class, years, 2 years here, 3 years, Slaki. So that's what you want to do. That makes sense? Right. You wrote that big enough, didn't you? Now you want to look. I mean, now you're gonna have to go write your line out there so you have a little bit better understanding of where to put it at. Yeah, so you got to put the connections, everything. You have to write a little smaller, right? I hate to say write a little smaller, but we're limited with space. But go ahead and erase that and do it. I'll start over. Make it a little smaller. That's all. Keep in mind, you got to put the connectors. Keep in mind what you got to do, right? So that's like count the cost before you get ready to do something. That's biblical, ain't it? There you go. Ra. Ra. Now, since we're not doing ancient Assyrian, we're just doing, since we're not doing Assyrian, we're doing ancient. Well, we don't have to worry about we're doing connectors, so we don't have to worry about any. We don't have to worry about ending characters because if it wasn't that end right there, it would be a little different. Right. In this case, Aram. All right, put your connectors on there. What do you think those connectors going to look like?
All right, so we got this out. Independent connector.
Independent connector. Why? Because it got a sound on its own. Right. These connectors will tell you how the sound is made. And to reiterate, again, you want to go here. The key is, how is it spelled? Well, you go to the biblical name, you see Aram. So here's Syria. Aram. 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 Aram, not Aram. You never say ah, it's always ah. In Hebrew, it's always ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ga. You always hear an ah sound, right? Except for when you get to I, of course, it's I. Right. Go ahead. Now, what do you want to do? Dependent connector. Explain that dependent connector. Why do you need that?
This dependent connector right here
Right.
makes, what is this? It's a one sound. The word rom right here. Rom.
One sound. Ram, right? There you go. Not rum, but ra.
Right, rom.
Not the kind of rum that you drink, but rum. Right? That's good enough on there, right? Okay. What's next? Let's go do the Arabs. Those were the Syrians, okay?
Right.
Let's do the Arab people. I believe the Arab was what? Ishmael?
Yeah. That's what it is.
Arabs? It's Ishmael people. You know who they are. The story behind Ishmael. All right. Ishmael. Oh, that ain't right. I know I got an H in there somewhere. I'm always spelling something wrong. There we go. Wow. I tell you, Arab or the Arabs. Ishmael. Who in the world is Ishmael? Ishmael. And then we're gonna think that's Yashama'ila. 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 Is it shy or ma? Let me see. Make sure. Yasha. I don't know why I put that there. There we go. All right. So Ishmael, who was Ishmael?
Ishmael. The Arabs.
Now, Ishmael was Abraham's first son,
Right.
And he had another son named Isaac. Name means laughter. He was born. Hey, that girl, that woman, his wife, Sarah, was about 99 years old when she had Isaac. But Ishmael was the firstborn. So if he's the firstborn, how come he didn't control the kingdom? How come he wasn't his father's heir? He wasn't the father's heir because his mama was African, who said, he wasn't, and the Lord said, you ain't gonna be the progenitor of my chosen people. It says, Isaac, until Isaac shall thy seed be called. Look that text up. And let me see my look that text up. Check the comments out over there for me, Todd, tomorrow. So Isaac, we'll get to that in a second here. Digressing for a second here. Arabs, Ishmael, Yashama'ila. That's how you pronounce his name. Yashama'ila. Ishmael. Ishmael, he was, a lot of people say that ain't fair because he was the firstborn. To Isaac shall thy seed be called, right? And then it says Ishmael was the firstborn. Well, the Lord saw fit to make sure because of the things that were going on and the things that the Most High didn't see, that he needed to be a progenitor of all of the tribes. Lord said, get him on out of here. The Lord was fair, we're gonna make him we're gonna give him some princes, right? I don't know how many there are, but they're gonna give him some princes. We're gonna put him over there with all the oil and the Arab nations and Saudi Arabia and Ishmael. You know how that is, but that's what it is. When you see all those people with all the carpets and all of the weave carpets and all of the what else they have in their head? The long robes and whatever they have. Turbans, robes, and driving $50,000 cars every day. I mean, $500,000 cars every day, and got all the oil you can think about it. Those are your Arabs. Arabs, go ahead.
They got tigers and lions walking through there.
Tigers and lions, yeah, oh yeah. But that's Ishmael people. Most High said, you ain't gonna be my chosen people. Right. But that was Abraham's first child. And the first child usually get the firstborn rights, but he did not get them. You got that for me yet? Then Isaac shall thy seed be called, Sarai seed. And Isaac, and he's making sure his younger brother, the Most High, did this.
Right.
And he said, I'm going to make Isaac the 12th. The progenitor goes Abraham, Isaac. Right?
Right.
That's what you want to go. That's what you want to go. The Isaac, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, not Ishmael. Not Ishmael, not in this case. You got that for me?
Yeah, yeah.
Romans
9 and 7.
Read that.
Yeah. Neither because they are the seed of, I was like, Romans 9 and 7.
Right. Read.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Oh, the seed of who?
Abraham.
So the seed of Abraham is Ishmael.
Right.
But go ahead.
Are they all children?
Are they all children? Go ahead.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Now, see, Abraham had a lot of children.
Right.
He had a lot of seeds. He had a few seeds.
Right.
Going to be father of many nations. But it says, finish that up. Abraham, what now?
But
Isaac, what?
in Isaac shall thy seed be
Then
called.
who?
In Isaac.
The Bible says Isaac, not his brother, not his older brother,
Right.
with the Hagar mother.
Right.
They kicked them both out of camp, gave them a sandwich and some Kool-Aid, told them to go on. Clap it up for the Most High, right? Then here's some soup, here's some soup and sandwich. Go on. You got anything in the text over there? So Ishmael was not the progenitor. It says you found that in Romans what?
9 and 7.
Romans 9 and 7. It says, is that any more on that?
That was it on
Okay, read that again for me, Bob. I'm sorry, I did it. Yeah,
Romans 9 and 7.
right.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Because they seed Abraham. Abraham had a few children. Go ahead.
Are they all children?
All the children of the promise. Go ahead, read.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be
The
called.
Lord spelled it out who the seed is going to be the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what you got to understand.
Right.
So the Most High didn't choose Ishmael. But when you see Arabs in the Bible, or Yashima Allah, that's what you're looking for.
Right.
That's what you notice. Notice that he wasn't the one that was picked.
Right.
That's why we write this nation down so you can have explanation here. What do you got?
Oh, we got a question.
Go ahead.
Sister Janaya said, is America considered a nation? And if so, does it have Hebrew characters?
Is American?
America, yeah, America.
America is, we're going to get to that in a second here. America was really founded by our, let me explain this a little bit better. The first people that was in America were not, this place really wasn't called America back then. Amerigo Vespucci stole it like all of the Esau people do. And for lack of better words, the oppressor, for lack of a better word, that was the Edomites. And I can put some more words with it, but pretty much white people, okay? But no, the answer to your question is, are they what? Are they considered
a nation?
Are they considered a nation?
Or do they have like Hebrew characters?
They don't have Hebrew characters, no. They have just regular what we call English. We're going to be put to a nation that we wouldn't even understand their language. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49, maybe, or somewhere in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somewhere in there. All right, look that up for me. Might be. We're going to show you the nation of. Since you're there, we're going to bring that to the forefront and show you the nation of Israel. I mean, the nation of America was named after a man, Amerigo Vespucci, but the native Indians and those the native people, that's a whole nother study of class. But the native Indians were actually the first ones on this earth, really, that came over to this new world. The Most High allowed that. Okay, and that's a whole nother class. But no, the Americans are not a nation by themselves. We're going to tell you who they are. we're going to tell you they're a conglomerate of a whole lot of different Edomites or white people. Go ahead. What you got?
You was right on there. It said Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
Do 49. Right. There you go. Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation
Go ahead. The Lord shall bring this nation. Go ahead.
against thee.
Right. Now, this nation is comprised of a whole lot of different nations.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
From far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And that's English.
Right.
You'll find that in the Bible, Deuteronomy 28:49. That nation right there is a conglomerate, or that means a lot of messed up people together. They try to hide themselves. Esau, Edomites, their people are all, I mean, if you look at the Greeks, Italians, let me look at some more people on this chart. The Greeks, Italians, the French, Russia, the Germany, Spain, Italy, and the so-called white people. This chart says Edomites and Esau, those are all people of one nation.
Right.
But those nations, they came in here and stole America. If you really want to put it right, they stole America. They are not the first progenitors of this land. They're not the indigenous people of this land. So no. So when you say a nation, Hebrew is the nation of Israel only. Okay? Those matter of fact, let me name the nations. Since she said, since we're on that subject right there, let's name the nations that were part of that. Can I do that? Since let's name the correct nations of the people of the children of Israel before, so we'll have an understanding. Is that what we're trying to do here? Yeah, let's do that before we continue on, right? We got enough time here. What am I looking for here? Oh, the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel. And they make up the nation that actually own what you would call America. Why? Because our brothers Gad and Reuben were here first.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I believe, they were here first. Yeah. They were here first. And so these other nations weren't here first. You know, that the Christopher Columbus and Amerigo Vespucci, Columbus never touched America. He was just down there in the islands. Right. Amerigo Vespucci came over here and tried to claim something that's already was here. I mean, it's just like, what if I went outside and unalived somebody and took their Cadillac? Is that my ownership? No, I stole it. Right. So why don't they give back what they stole from us? Read that again about those nations that claim to have done that. Go back, because we're naming. As a matter of fact, all these people had part of that stealing there, but we're naming these nations. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
Right.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Yeah. See, we were put on slave ships, and the Lord say, because you didn't want to do right, we're going to curse the nation of Israel. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. We just named it. That's Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. Finish read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly.
Right.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And that is English. You won't be able to understand their tongue. And that's what the reason why, because they use words like, I might go. We say, that's why we wrote down before, Khan and La'ah, yes or no. Let your conversation be yeah or nay. Right. And that's just one example of miscommunication of the language that we cannot even understand what they talk about. The Indians call them forked tongue, did they not?
Right.
So therefore, there you go. So to answer the question, the nation that you're talking about of America comprised of Edomites. Okay, and let's put down some of those Edomite nations right now that she's talking about. How can we do that? Let's put down some of those nations right now. Let's just jot them down. Let's just write some of them down since she's on that. 18 nations. That's very good. Let's go. Let's put down Esau. As a matter of fact, finish writing that out, y'all. And we'll write that out later. I ain't worried about that right now. Let's go right straight to Esau. Let's go right to the juggle thing. Right? Let's go to Esau. Esau. Let's go straight to him. Let's go straight to Esau. Let's go to who he is. It's Esau, man. Actually, really, I'm sorry. Edom. Esau, same people, right? Where we get Esau from? Where we get Edom from? Where we get these people from? Man? And we're gonna show. Give me. Well, man. Let's hold off for a second. Hold on. Where we get there? These, I'm writing down what on this chart. So-called white people, because they're not really white. They're just basically the people that you see nowadays. We're gonna get in trouble for that, right?
That's right.
But that's what it is.
That's right.
So-called white folk. Okay. Esau, Edom, right?
Right.
This rascal, we call him Adawam because you can see Adawam is like blood. You can see the blood through there, right?
Right.
Adawam. Okay. All right. That's right. Yeah, Adawam. Okay. We're gonna hold off on how it's spelled, but we just want to get to these nations, right? Let's write down some of these nations here. How about the French? We're write down all Esau's nations. That's why I'm going to do. We'll spell them. We'll spell it later, right? The French, right? We call him Gomer or Gomer. That Gomer man, like Gomer Powell, Gomer, or Gamar, right? Now these are the nations. What I'm doing here is I'm writing down, right? These nations here. These are the nations that you was talking about in America. They all disguise themselves as Americans and French. You know, that's why they can come in here, set up business, and do whatever they want to do, man. Anytime they get ready. Right. Let's see. Russians. We call them what? We call Russia. The Magog people, right?
That's right.
Y'all make sure y'all write that down, sisters and brothers online right there. Russia, Magog, or Magawag. Magawag. Wow, there's never enough time in class to finish stuff like this. Sometimes I have to do it another week. But anyway, I'm writing down some of these nations that you call America. When they hide in America, they hide in other lands also.
Right.
But they hide in France, Russia, all of them. All of them are, what do you call them? Adawams. What do you call them? Adawam. Yeah, Adawam, yeah. And French, Russian, Greeks. Let's put some Greeks up there. The Greeks too, right? We. Nasties. Right? And you want to join that? Please don't join this. Please don't join these nations. These nations, I got these arrows. Don't join none of them. But these right here are the so-called white people. They're always trying to metamorph themselves and hide. Right? That's what the Greeks call Javan. Right. Yeah. Now check this out. Give me my Ashkenazi Jew, Revelation 2:9. I need that text for this one right here coming up. I don't want him to hide. Right? Yeah, let's give me that Revelation 2:9, right? Find that for. We're gonna show you because you need to know this. Let's see, Yawan and Ashkenaz. Yawan, Yawan. Can they see this down there? Yeah, they see it. And then Ashkenaz, right? Right. And then I'll probably I'm just writing down these nations here that you call, since you're talking about American, right? Wait a minute. These are Germans. Sorry, why? Germans. We're writing out this chart, man. We're showing you, let's see, Ashkenaz. You got that text for me there?
Okay.
Ashkenaz. Oh, I messed that up. Yeah, they can see that. There you go. Now that's enough right there before I have to read something. You got what you got for me?
Yeah, Revelation 2:9.
Wait a minute. Pronounced like that. Not too much different, right? Almost pronounced the same, right? All right, Revelation 2:9 is going to tell you what this fake Jew, we have a fake Jew that America protects. Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
We got a fake Jew over here in Israel that's living in our land right now. And the Americans over here are the so-called white people. They protect these Germans. Am I right? Go ahead.
So like if I may,
Go ahead.
so we was in Florida, right?
Right.
And I was downtown out of job and everyone. And we met a so-called Jewish lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Jewish lady said she's from Israel and all that stuff. So I asked her what is her great-great-grandfather? She said he's Ashkenaz. I was like, come on.
Says what?
She was, her great-great-grandfather was
I
Ashkenaz.
got a brother here, right here, Officer Sharp saying Ashkenaz.
That's right.
The pronounced Hebrew name. And what did she look like? Did she look like me?
La-ah. So like if I may,
Go ahead.
buttermilk skin complexion.
She looked. I ain't gonna repeat that. But check this out. That's one of our. But check this out. She was Ashkenaz.
Right.
They came over the Balfour Declaration in 1947.
That's right.
Read this text for me. We're gonna show you who Germany Ashkenaz is, because so-called white people, Esau or Edom, the Wam,
Right.
those people, your French, your Gomer, your Russian, your Magog, your Greek or Javan, your German, or what again, y'all? Ashkenaz. Them ain't does that sound like the 12 tribes of Israel? Nah. Hey, make sure we got no comment up there. The 12 tribes of Israel. We're showing you, and we trying, what's that, Sister Genovia?
Genovia said 809. I'm not sure. Is America considered a nation? And if so, does
Right.
it have a Hebrew capital?
Yeah, that's what we get. That's what we get there. No, they're America considered, and I'm showing you the nations that America metamorphed themselves into. They are so-called white people.
Right.
That's what you need to understand, Genovia. They're Esau and Edom people. But Esau and Edom can be French, Russia, Greeks, Germany, and I got maybe one more, I think.
It's like if I may,
Go ahead.
because America, like what you're saying, America is united.
That's
A
right.
bunch of so-called Edomites are united. So
They're
it's
united.
like it's Kazakhstan bringing it down right now.
Spain, that's right.
Right.
Like you were saying, the United States, America, them Americans. But these Americans, they want to be everybody.
Right.
They want to be us.
Mhm.
And we're gonna get to it. We're gonna show you the 19 Bible because I always get into this when I get to the 18 nations. Go ahead. Talk to me. And then we got a text here to prove that. Go ahead.
It's Revelation 2:9. I know thy work.
Oh, no, that worked. Now, the Lord's going to tell us, Genovia. He's telling you, I know the 12 tribes of Israel getting unalived on the streets all day long. We getting terrorized on the streets.
That's right.
The Lord's telling us about it. He's telling you, go ahead, read.
I know thy works.
The Lord, he know the works, man. He know what we doing. We know we're going to be up there telling the truth like it is.
Right.
Read.
And tribulation.
And you know that what tribulation? Please, look up that word tribulation. Stay right where you are. Look up tribulation. We got to break this down to you. But we got sisters online here that need to know this. We got brothers online that need to know this text, how these people, I think it's one more, I think it's Italy too. We'll leave the Italian out, so we'll make sure we put him down here too. Italy. Italy. We won't read it. We'll put him down. We'll finish filling this chart out. But I want to get to this. The so-called white people, French, Russian, because you got the Russians over there fighting, what are the people over there fighting?
Ukraine.
Ukraine over there right now. All these people are so-called white people. I ain't going to get into all their wars. I know that works in their tribulations, right?
Right.
Give me the definition of tribulation.
This is the definition of tribulation, like the Oxford Language Dictionary.
This is what they are doing to all these so-called white people, French, Russian, Greeks, Germany, Spain, really all these nations, India, Assyria, Syria, Arabs, especially these people right here, the so-called white people. And especially these Germans over here called Ashkenaz. We're going to show you what they're doing. Give me that definition again. Go ahead.
Tribulation, a cause of great trouble or suffering.
A cause of great trouble or suffering. We're going through great trouble and suffering.
That's right.
Am I right?
Right.
Finish read.
I know thy works and tribulation.
Yeah.
And poverty.
And you don't think we're poverty, man? Here up in the USA of Esau America, in which he's claimed and stole, we in poverty because they're giving all our money away to the Ashkenazi Jews.
Right, that's right.
Them Germans right there. They giving your I pay taxes a little bit. I pay what taxes I pay. They pay them. We got brothers here work slave, and they think about it. They send your hard-earned money to these people right here. I ain't talking about no billions to the Germans, Ashkenazi, because they're fake Jews. Go ahead.
Like if I could.
Go ahead.
The so-called Ashkenaz, they run BMW.
They run it.
They run BMW, and in their country,
Bosh.
they get paid $40 an hour.
Right.
But here in America, we only get paid $20.
$20 an hour for the same damn job. Clap it up, right? Clap it up. This is what they're doing. We're showing you since you say America, we're showing you, sister, what America is made of. They're rogues, they're thieves, so-called white people, Esau, Edomites, Ottawan, French, Russian, Greek, Germany, Spain, and Italians. Finish reading that text for me.
But thou art rich.
The Bible says that we're really rich because we're going to inherit this earth. We're really rich because we got the truth. You're really rich. We got the knowledge. Why? Because this Bible is written for blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Finish reading.
That's right. That's right. And I know the blasphemy.
The what?
The blasphemy.
Give me blasphemy. Look that word up. Look the blasphemy, a wicked, despicable thing. That when you speak against God, you speak against His children, you're blaspheming. When you want to be God. Hey, listen, they got a God called Caesar Borgia. He wants to be God. We got to let you know. That's what they're doing. Give me, I know the blasphemy. Give me that definition of blasphemy.
This is the definition of blasphemy out the Oxford Language Dictionary.
Right.
Blasphemy, the acts or offense of speaking sacrilegiously.
There you go.
About the Most High, or about God, or sacred things.
Yeah, speaking sacrilegious. That means basically, it means they want to take the place of God. And be like him. Any more on that?
Profane talk.
They're profaning. In other words, they're standing up. I am God. That's what they're saying. Making themselves put Caesar Borgia as a so-called white man. Matter of fact, he was. Go ahead.
Christmas is about celebrating Christ's birthday.
That's right. They implement all of the holidays when you should have holy days. They are basically unaliving us. And this text proves it right here. Read.
Right.
Finish read.
Right. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are
They
Jews.
say they're what?
Are Jews.
A what?
Jews.
The Bible, they say that they are really Israel. They're really the Hebrew. They really say they're Jews, but they are what?
But
But what do they really call them? They call them this. Jewish.
That's right.
Well, they wish they was us.
right.
I hope sisters know they got it right. They wish them Jews, we are the real Jew.
Right.
But these Ashkenazi wish. They wish. I don't even want to give them that W. But they wish they are us.
Right.
They wish. They want to be. That's why given that 1947 Balfour Declaration. 1947 or 48 Balfour Declaration, where they put a fish read. Revelation 2 and 9.
And it's like and are not.
And are not. But they're not the real Jew.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
Synagogue what?
Of Satan.
The Bible says they're the synagogue of Satan. Satan just doing his job.
Right.
He made them look like food. Because why? He's oppressing. He made them oppress us every single day. Read that text again.
Okay. Revelation 2 and 9.
Right.
I know thy works and tribulation
Right.
and poverty,
Right.
but thou art rich.
Right.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews
Right.
and are not,
They're not.
but are the synagogue of Satan.
They really the synagogue of Satan.
That's it.
So if you want to call, they really nothing but devils.
Right.
Am I right? You got that for me, Sharp? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Read. Yeah. Go past. I don't forget that. Go ahead.
Revelation 3 and 9.
Go ahead.
Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not.
They say they are Jews, but they're really not the Jews. And that's what you got these so-called white people, these so-called American, so-called people that claim to be united of states.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
And that's why it's so easy for the French, the Russians, the Greeks, the Germans, the Spain, Italy. That's what we're doing this chart for, to show you who they are and show you who we are. It's really simple as that. Go ahead. Any more on that?
But do lie.
They what?
But do lie.
They lie. What we got on 1947 Balfour Declaration? We'll show you. You say, dang, how they go? Got more? Go ahead.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet,
Don't make them.
and to know that I have loved thee.
That's right. The Lord gonna make them. They're gonna work. And we do this at camp all the time. They kiss our boots all the time here in America. And we show that the Lord said, I'm gonna make them do that. Because there's some of them that are a little bit sorry for what they've done. You know, let the Lord handle it.
Right.
You know, but let's find out, how did they get to take our place? Read that. Because the Lord said, because we were disobedient, and they said, I'm gonna bring you here to ships, you're gonna be cursed, and that's what we're going through right now. The 1947 Balfour Declaration says this. Read.
This is AlJazeera.com,
Mhm.
and it reads: the Balfour Declaration, which resulted in a significant upheaval in the lives. So, like, upheaval means a sudden change.
Right.
Upheaval in the lives of the Palestinians was issued on November the 2nd, 1917.
Right.
The declaration turned the Zionist aim of establishment a Jewish state in Palestine into a reality when Britain publicly pledged to establish a national home for the Jewish people there.
And that's when the Jewish people over there in Palestine, where we actually came from. We came from Palestine. We came from those areas. And that's the fake Jews over there. Or that's when you saw that old lady, the Ashkenazi Jew, that's what she is. That's what she came from. They came there and they made them join that through force.
Right, that's right.
They made them say, pick one of them. and so instead of picking, I think it was Muslim, they picked Jewish. Go ahead, read.
Am I reading a little bit more about what you said?
Read.
The pledge is generally viewed as one of the main catalytic of Nakba, the ethnic cleansing
That's
of
right.
Palestinians in 1948.
That's right. Yeah, right. We don't get too involved with that. But at ethnic cleanses, that's what they want to say who they the Palestine, they would all that fighting over there, man. Just fighting trying to be. And the white people, they sit over there, all the leaders over there, especially the one that give me that. Okay, that's good enough on that. Give me the one where the Egyptian president Nasser, I believe he was, that said that they came out black. They came out black but came back white. That's one of those Egyptians. The Egyptian president said that. He actually said it in the United Nations. Go ahead.
I get the scripture about
Go ahead.
the Lord said, don't get Jewish color.
Go ahead.
This is Titus, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
Not giving heed to Jewish fables
That's right.
and the commandments of men
Mhm.
that turn from the truth.
That's right.
That's his life.
Yeah. See if you find it. Find that for me. Somewhere you'll find it. It says how they know. This is evidence that these Jewish people were supplanted there in 1947, right here in America. I mean, right here right in Jerusalem, and then the Americans over here, which is the so-called white people, go, I'm not American. The only thing I am an American over here is they made me a citizen.
Right.
I am the original Jew from over there in that Palestine area, over there in Jerusalem. Those are my homeland. That's where I came from. But they brought the Most High said he's going to bring us their own ships. Find that for the Deuteronomy 28:68. You got that for me?
I'm almost there.
It talks about this is an Egyptian president that said, y'all Jewish Ashkenazi people, y'all fake Jews, y'all fake Germans, Ashkenazi, y'all not the original people. Go ahead. You got it for me?
So like it's I got Pinterest. This was
What was the name?
Pinterest. No, this is the site.
Got the site. Go ahead.
Pinterest.com.
Right.
Gamal Abdel Nasser.
Gabal Abdel Nasser. I think he was an Egyptian. He was the president.
That's right.
Gamal Nasser, the president. He made this observation.
Right.
And you know those people. Everybody know who the fake Jews are, except for us right here in America. And us, except for the black Hispanic and Native, we don't know nothing. But we know in the ICBK, we know who we are. Go ahead, read.
And he was the second president of Egypt.
Second president of Egypt. Go ahead, because they had they had a prime minister. They had kings over there first. Go ahead, read.
And stated, the Jews left black.
Read this out loud, Baba Kashab. The
He
Jew,
stated,
the original Jew.
the
Now
Jews,
look at me. I'm the original Jew.
that's right.
Look at the Cosmo, original Jew. But the Jews left what color?
The Jews left black.
They left. Solomon said, "I am black." Get that,
That's
Solomon. I am black.
That's right.
I am what? What did these Ashkenazi Jews? They claim to be that.
Right.
But what did Gamal, Abdul Nasser, said of Egypt?
The Jews left black,
The Jews left black and what?
but returned white.
Clap it up for them right there. That's why we call them so white, so white. Well, what color is Solomon, who is the son of David, the king of Israel? And this is his signature right here. Right here. This Dawadah right there. Can you see that? That's his Dawadah right there. Read.
So this is Song of Solomon,
Right.
1 and 5.
I am what?
I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
Bible says that the Jews are actually black.
Right.
If Solomon was black, then what color do you think the original Jew was?
Right.
Read that text again for me. This is what the president of Egypt said. He observed it. He knew. Said, "Man, I've been fighting wars with them over there. What's wrong with these people over here? How they lead? They were black people." Go ahead, read.
Gamal Abdul Nasser was the second prince of Egypt in 1956.
1956.
And he stated, the Jews left black.
They left. Solomon said, "I am black." That's evidence right there.
Right.
It had eyewitnesses back there. Read.
And returned white.
How they return back white? So you know there's some shenanigans going on. There's a whole lot of shaking going on.
That's right.
That's what's going on here.
Right.
That's what the Ashkenazi Jews want us to believe that the Jews over there are white.
Right.
All the American people have metamorphed themselves to believe, to make the world believe that they are the real Jew.
Right.
They're actually the Jewish people. So let's clap it up for that.
That's right.
We'll leave it off on that, okay? What time we got? What do we got over there? Got any questions over there?
9:47.
Got any questions?
We got one question.
Go ahead.
Sister Nadia said,
Right.
what are Zionists? Are they a terror group of Israel?
Look up Zionists. The Zionists. Are they a terror group? Yeah, let's look this up, man. Go ahead. Read.
The Zionists, out of the Anne Frank dictionary, Zionist is about the purest of an independent Jewish state.
Oh yeah. That's ethnic cleansing. Want to be the Jewish people over there. They want to be just like pretty much like the Hitler and his Zionist themes and the way he wants to be the purest. They want to be the pure Jew. Go ahead.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, they want to be the pure Jew, but they're not. The Bible says, and they're not. Did I give you a text yet?
If I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
because Mount Zion was a mountain that was near Israel, right?
Mhm.
You understand me? But people are starting to worship that mountain, and they call themselves Zionists. They're getting that word from ancient our culture. This is a mountain.
Right, just Mount Zionists. All that stuff you hear over there is part of them trying to fit in.
That's right.
Don't get caught up into anything they say. Really, they're just trying to. What you need to understand that they're fake Jewish people. They are not. I'm sorry, they're the fake Jew, and they call themselves Jewish. They can't claim to be Jew.
That's right.
I think it was. I mean, you look at everything they do. Matter of fact, they eat pork over there. They wear some sort of funny hat they got over there. I think it was Kazakh Ahmad said they had this funny little roach clip hat.
Right.
Look like I don't know what. See, these people trying to be us. They're trying to perpetrate themselves as the Jew. They came out of cave. They're cavemen. That's what you need to understand. Go ahead.
It's like I got some full fuel to the thing.
What you got?
Ish. Ish, the definition of ish.
Right.
Somewhat in the way, but not exactly.
Not exactly. Right. They're somewhat exactly. Ish mean kind of like. Basically, we're going to get off this. Basically, Americans are nothing but the metamorphosis of all of these tribes that you see here. The 18 nations. We did not think we about finished them. But I don't know if we did or not. I missed a few here. Yeah, I know I did. I missed somewhere between here and there. But I had to get on because I always do this. Get on. I should start off with it first. But the so-called white people, Edomites, Adawan, French, Gomar, and I'm just exposing them right here. Russia, Magog, or Magawag, or Greek, Javan, or Yawan. The German, Ashkenazi, that's the biggest one. That's, oh, Lord. Spain. Spain is Tarshish. Here, write that down. Tarshish, T-A-R. And we'll write Tarshish and Kittim. Yeah, right. Tarshish is small as you can. Tarshish. And then right under there, Kittim. T-A-R. S-H-I-S-H. I-S-H. Yeah, and then write Kittim. Right here. I'm just writing this down for the sake of people, for their chart's sake, okay? But we never get it right. We never finish with time here. Kittim. I-N. Mm-hmm. Then we want, right, Tharashash. Rosh, R-A-S-H. Yash. Right? And then write the Lord. I want you to write Kapayam. There you go. Kapayam. K. Write a K. It's a K. Yeah, it's not wrong. I understand. K. Just write a K there. I'm doing this so that people can see what they got there. Yum. Kapayam. That is Italy. Okay? And then so in your chart for your, and then we're gonna write. We ain't got time to write the Hebrew characters and what they are. But the main thing in Hebrew, I want you to know the chart and know what this is. We went over that because there were some good questions asked, and that's a good question to know. Who are these Americans? Well, these Americans comprise of all these nations here. And matter of fact, yeah, all of them come over here and get a visa, and they're all Indians, they're Assyrians, Arabs. I missed any nations over here. Yeah, Ethiopia. I didn't even get to Ethiopia and Africa and Put. Them the ones I missed. The Ethiopians are Cush, the Egyptians are Mizraim, and the South North African is Put, South African is Canaan. But those are the 18 nations that make up the entire chart. And but I had to get to these because these are the ones that you have who put us in slavery. Really, basically, all of these are so-called white people, really. And of course, the Ethiopians, Put, Canaan, and all of them, and Matazari, the Egyptians, they put us in slavery also. But those are the people of understanding that you got to understand. In 18 nations, these 18 nations are not us.
Right.
None of these nations are us. Not at all. Look at that. 18 of these nations are not Israel. Isn't that something? Next week I'll write Israel. That makes sense. We good?
King said that makes sense.
Gotcha. None of these nations are part of the real Jew. They're all Jewish. That's what you got to understand, okay? And so, yeah, don't get caught up too much into the Zionists and all these people, because all they're going to do is take billions of dollars and try to make themselves Jews. But they're Jewish people. They're not real. They're not the real Jews. That's what you got to understand. And I'll repeat again: the so-called white people are Esau. Then you got the French and the Russians, the Greeks, the German, the Spain, and Italy, and all these nations spin off of them. There are more nations. These are all the nations, but they're all tribes from those nations. I mean, you got Yugoslavia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Holland, Denmark. I keep going. I mean, but they all gonna fit into one of these nations. Understand? Clap it up, clap. Somebody give me some breathing up here. Let's close class out. That's what you got to understand. If anybody got any more questions over there, just kind of hold them to next week, and we'll get you caught up next week in your classes. And we'll go further on. Matter of fact, next week I'll go over the 12 tribes of Israel, so you'll know who we are.
That's right.
The real Jew. But we damn sure ain't none of these 18 nations up here.
Damn right.
We ain't Jewish. We are the real Jew. Okay? Read.
All right, this is ICPK security and market.
Right.
We at ICPK started on 1 West, 125th Street out of Harlem, New York.
That's right.
Room for new brother and sister. New brother and sister come to the school. They're off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to send themselves in the world. They need transportation and teaching on the range. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months where the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3:8-10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you into the treasury department. Priest fund, a freewill offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, we got the Feast of Purim. It's the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. And this is going to be Thursday, the 22nd February, and Friday, the 23rd of February 2024. And you can read about this in Esther 9:20-31. Remind Akia and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school. Start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf.
Let's close out the class. We're going to salute out our brothers and our sisters, right? That's right. Come on in. All right, let's close it out. Go ahead.
All right, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yajim Batak, Sarge, return face to sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
How Shema Shai.
Yazim Matat, Christ is missed.